Welcome to Great Neighborhood Cooks. I'm your host, Rob Kircher. Each week I'm going to be knocking on the doors of amazing cooks who live down the street or around the corner. Who knows, maybe from your own neighborhood. For the most part, they're unsung cooks known mainly to their family and friends, or they might be cooks from that great little hideaway restaurant that we love to discover. Either way, their relative obscurity is about to change as I bring them into the spotlight. So who will be the next discovered great neighborhood cook? Well, stay tuned to find out. So who will be the next discovered great neighborhood cook? Well, Ruth and I are here in Naples, Florida, and we're about to catch up with a busy realtor who's also a trained classic French cook.
She is.
All right, let's go knock on the door.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Hello. Hi, Taryn.
Hi, Taryn. How are you?
Great to see you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Lovely to see you.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Well, you have a lovely home here, Taryn.
Well,
It's just
you.
incredible.
Thank you very much. Welcome to my kitchen.
And the smell's so wonderful. What do you got going on in here? What are we smelling?
What you're smelling right now is my cherry sauce that will pair beautifully with the confit.
Ooh,
Plate.
sounds wonderful. Now, you've been doing this for quite a while. You are a student of French cuisine, right? And you told me earlier that I think you started when you were like 6 years old or something like that?
Well, my palate has been developing since about then because my family traveled a lot, and so I had a natural inclination and appreciation for delicious food. So I have loved cooking and foods and eating all my life, especially.
Well, this has been known as probably one of the most, I guess, classic French dishes, right?
Yes.
Been around for a long, long time. What's the first thing that you actually do?
So I found this terrific resource. Living in Naples, Florida, I order online. This resource comes from Hudson, New York, D'Artagnan.
Yep.
That's who I order it from.
Right.
And it comes in this kind of packaging.
Cryovac.
Cryovac. I like to do everything fresh. If I'm going to buy it fresh, I want to prepare it fresh.
Sure,
They have
absolutely.
the option of frozen, but I don't normally do that.
Okay.
Because I just would rather have. Now, my water system, this is the purified water, so I do that.
So you're
I-
washing it all
I
first.
rinse it off. I try to do everything that's natural and organic at every opportunity. It's just the way I
Great looking.
Perfect.
Oh, it
legs.
looks
Aren't they
very
beautiful?
plump or beautiful
Yeah.
looking.
plump, beautiful, clean.
Absolutely,
Nice
fantastic.
color.
So you pat those dry, huh? Maybe we can help you.
And I pat them dry. Step one. Step two is my brining mixture.
Oh, okay.
When
So-
I went to the my All About Duck class, the
All about
French-
duck class, I like that.
Well,
that's
I was saying I had researched online for a long, long time to find a cooking class that
Smells
was
great.
just duck, not
Wow.
other things.
Wow, we're just
So I
smelling your
found the
bag
All
here.
About Duck, and she's French, English speaking.
Oh,
She taught me in her grandmother's way to brine, but it was only in salt. When I completed more research, I added more things. One of the main ingredients that I found is the pâte suisse.
It smells
So
divine.
it's got some cinnamon and nutmeg.
I can smell that. It's just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
juniper
wonderful.
berry.
Wonderful.
Some sugar in here. So it's quite a mixture.
So you learn to customize as you went along, then, right?
Yes, to develop my own what I thought was going to be really tasty. So it was a combination of all the different techniques and recipes that I did about 20 YouTube searches. I have read a dozen cookbooks on it, and I've eaten a lot of it too.
Now she'll be a YouTube search.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
found the easiest thing to do is you get the extra large freezer baggies
Like this one.
and I put them in here and I stack them. And you'll see overnight
Collects,
all of this
Oh, yeah.
liquid,
Yeah.
but it keeps it room in your refrigerator for one thing.
Yeah.
Whatever size refrigerator we have, if you've got the trays and these other things, I don't have room, but this works and it's more compact. So after I do this, I sandwiched 2 legs together.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
And
yeah.
this is thyme and garlic.
And garlic, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I go like that, and they marry together overnight.
That's a great idea.
This I just did yesterday, so then we must make certain that we rinse this really, really well. Gee, I never weighed them, Rob. So
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, so over here, this is where I'm putting some fat.
Okay. So Taryn, what is this?
This is the duck fat.
Okay.
So the duck legs are going to slowly cook in this fat.
Okay.
Now
Well,
I have this thawing out. Well,
It's really.
I keep it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And so to get it softer, I took it out a couple of hours ago.
Okay.
Okay, now we are going to put this in a warm oven. I started at about 200 degrees to melt this fat.
Okay.
When this is melted, then we're going to dip these into it.
Ah.
So we'll just go ahead and put it in the oven.
Okay. Can I help you do that?
Yes, I would appreciate that. There you go.
So Taryn, you have your potatoes, you have your rosemary here, and you're going to put the fat on it, right?
Yes. I have parboiled these potatoes simmering for about 10 minutes. These are baby Dutch potatoes that I have found prepared this way are the creamiest.
Ooh.
I've experimented with several different potatoes, but these are the ones that really
These are the killer ones,
sing.
right? These
Yeah.
are the killer
So
potatoes.
I parboil them, then I cool them in an ice bath, and then I put them on the tray with the duck fat, garlic, and the rosemary.
Ah,
And then
okay.
we're going to put it in a very hot oven.
Do
Okay.
you use salt and pepper with this,
Yes.
Taryn? You do. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll
All
just
right.
put that there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I've got my salt, and I'm a salt girl, so I'm very liberal.
So am I.
Salt. Toss that up
Yeah.
a little bit, and then this will go in that oven at 425 for 35 minutes.
Okay. All right. Cool. The reason why you're wearing this wonderful outfit and is why, and I also know we're going to be doing some things here, but you're dealing with hot fat, right?
Right.
So
I want to make sure I'm as protected as I can be. I've been splattered by the duck fat before. Duck is already notorious
not
for
pleasant.
fat.
yeah, it's not pleasant.
No.
She's wearing my
So
outfit.
I wear the sleeves and I wear gloves, which
Wear
you'll
gloves,
see.
yeah.
And usually I have on glasses.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah, one, I've got to see it.
Yeah. Let's talk about this for a second. I know we'll be using it, but you actually use this over the pan, right?
I do. I discovered this online.
So you actually put that on top of here. What kind of
Yeah,
simulate for the folks, right?
It'll
This goes
actually
here,
slip
right?
right in, like my ladle out of
Okay,
there.
and then you use this on top
Yes,
for what?
to splatter protection.
Perfect. Okay.
yeah.
So you're really taking a lot of steps in when you're dealing with hot fat.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay, let's take a look at our fat.
Yeah. Let's take it out.
And I'd say that
Oh.
looks about perfect.
Great.
Yeah. Take your time. Okay.
That one's almost ready. So we just slip them in there and make sure that they're going to be covered. And they will, be careful, that might be hot root.
It's all right. I
Um,
got asbestos
As they
fingers.
shrink, then they'll be more submerged. But I would say that's looking quite perfect.
So that goes back in the oven now.
Yes,
For how many hours did you say?
about 2.5 hours.
About 2.5 hours.
And then we'll look at those to see what they look like, because they are the way they should look.
Okay.
We'll look at that in a minute.
All right. Back that
So
goes.
this I had been warming at 200. For cooking these, we want 275.
Okay.
Be careful not to overcook.
So now do you
Yeah.
put a timer on for about 2 hours, just to give
Yeah.
yourself a bit of a reminder?
So I know. What
But-
time is it now? It's 9:30.
But like you say, you also eyeball it as you go along just to make sure,
Yeah,
right?
but as we
Yeah,
asked
but
a good
that's
question.
your internal clock,
So you
right?
have a good idea
Yeah.
how long
Yeah.
you're going to have it
Yeah.
there.
Well, this is marvelous. I never realized there was so many steps involved in making this dish.
I
But
know, it is.
so you really have to know what you're doing, don't you?
And she does.
Moran Edwards Asset Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors has 25 professionals dedicated to attentive, personalized service. Our team's credentials cover a wide range of advisory disciplines, and we've been helping families and institutions invest to achieve their financial goals for over 30 years. Call 239-254-2200 or visit moranedwards.com for a complimentary consultation. Moran Edwards, passionate, personable, performance-driven.
Thinking of updating your kitchen? Don't just replace, create. Let the experienced craftsmen at Kitchens by Ambiance create a space that will truly impress. Create a kitchen with ambiance. Kitchens by Ambiance. Visit our showroom in Bonita Springs across from the promenade on Tamiami Trail, or find us online at kitchensbyambiance.com.
At the Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant, they do things differently. They do it the authentic way. For example, why is their incredible bread and pastries the best you've ever tasted? Well, it's because they're made artfully and lovingly every day, using only the freshest ingredients possible. The same care and thoughtfulness goes into their freshly brewed, custom blended coffee. The Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant at the Promenade in Bonita Springs is the closest place to Little Italy in Southwest Florida. On September 10, 2017, Hurricane Irma unleashed her fury and powerful winds on Southwest Florida, leaving many homeowners in a state of dismay. I was one of them. Days turned into weeks, and that turned into months. Among the maze of promising roof contractors and so-called experts, one company stood out, ACC Mastercraft. And I want you to do me a favor. Folks, contact them. They're on Trade Center Way. They are unbelievable. They do two things that I was blown away by. One, they believe in service, and two, they believe in helping you. Can you imagine that? It's true. Contact them. It's the best thing you can possibly do for yourself. And when you do, I want you to call me and let me know how you make out, because they're unbelievable. Seriously.
My pre-buttered baking dish.
Now, what are you
And
making
then
right now, Taryn?
This
What is
is
this?
a strawberry clafouti.
Okay.
I marinated these for just an hour in about a quarter cup of Grand Marnier teaspoon of sugar. And so now I'm going to ladle this into the bottom of the baking dish.
Okay.
And then we'll bathe this in the batter. So this is 6 eggs, 2.5 cups of half and half.
Half and half, yummy
So
already.
you pour everything right into the mixer.
Yeah.
This is probably the
Easy.
easiest dessert you've
Yeah.
ever made in your life. And it's an easy cleanup too. It's a teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
Sometimes I use almond extract.
Depending on what fruit you have.
Yeah.
Cherries and almond is always good.
Right. This is a cup of flour and 3/4 cup of sugar.
Okay. We churn this up for how long now?
It heightens all the flavor.
Ah.
And then we're just going to, I want to make sure I don't
Yeah,
blast
I'll
off.
hold the top. You. I see. That's it, huh?
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
Love eat.
Perfect.
Right. And I'm sorry, I'll pour it here.
Smell that vanilla.
Ooh, boy. Everything smells so wonderful here. It's amazing. Got a lot of flavors going on.
There you go. And,
Look at
and
that.
it's
Okay.
that simple.
Wow.
I've made apple, pear, cherry, peach, strawberry, blueberry, whatever is looking the most delicious and fresh when I'm at the market.
Yeah.
For today, I thought it would be alive to do lemon and orange zest.
Good choice. Good choice, for sure.
I would also complement the Grand Marnier.
Yeah. And the color is marvelous, too, isn't it?
The clafouti in the 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. So this is the duck after it's been slow cooking for the last 2.5 hours
Again, you got to be very
at
careful.
275.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, well, I'm putting that right there.
Look at that. Wow.
See how it's pulled away from the bone?
Yeah.
You want to do a
Amazing.
close-up of that so that you can see this is the way it's supposed to look, that it's pulled away from the bone here, like that.
That's
So I normally would have them right next to each other as I move one receptacle into another.
okay.
And I want to ladle a few ladles worth of the warm fat into my pot. This is another important detail, is that if you are putting this, these pieces of duck into cold fat, the splatter is going to be insane. You want to have them
Same temperature.
similar temperature.
Okay.
Exactly. Very important.
Again, you're dealing with hot fat, so you got to take every precaution about this.
Right. So,
Well, I love the color of it.
isn't it beautiful? This golden.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So,
So, out comes the potatoes, huh?
Oh, look how
Wow.
golden they got.
Oh, Ruth, the
I know.
aroma is amazing. Taryn, wow.
Oh, look at
Wow,
that.
wow, 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 wow.
yeah.
That's a prize right there.
So there we have that.
Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now you put them in a strainer?
Just to get them out of that fat.
Yeah. So the idea is get all the rosemary out as well, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a little rosemary.
Yeah. I like, the looks
I
of it.
defer to
I
the
like,
chef.
yeah,
This is a rustic dish.
yeah, yeah.
It's really not fancy, which is another wonderful thing about it.
Oh, yeah. While we're waiting, talk to me a little bit about your real estate life, because I know you have a number of loves, and that being one of them, right?
Well, thank you. Yeah. My paying career is that I'm a residential realtor for in Naples, and I specialize everywhere from Pelican Bay to Port Royal, and also Gray Oaks, where I live and play here.
Yeah.
And so those are my areas. But I love the real estate world, and I love helping people find their dream home.
You found yours.
I found mine.
And how long have you been doing that?
I'm going in 12 years.
12 years,
Here in Naples.
yeah.
So I've been here quite a long time. My parents retired here in the 80s. So I've seen Naples change and grow over the years. So the benefit to me is I know it very well. I know the different communities. It just lays right there like that.
I'll hold this for you, okay?
And then I need
You
two
gonna-
tools.
Okay, oh, okay.
Because as I said, you have to be so careful about how you're taking this out. But I only want to put the skin side down into the fat. So I hold one with the tongs, and then the other I can gently lay it in with the spatula. And this
Ooh.
is with the holes. Where's my cup?
There you go.
And then I put this here
To stop all the
because of the
splattering.
additional splatter.
Okay.
I found that it should be resting in this fat or frying in this fat for 2 to 3 minutes. And I'll take a look at it and see if it has that golden brown color that I really want. But I think that I finally did. Okay,
Do you
so
do just one at a time?
yes,
Okay.
one at a time.
Look at that.
So
Gorgeous.
here you go. That's about what it should be looking
Absolutely
like.
gorgeous.
Perfect.
So we'll just do a couple of these.
Now, Taryn, tell us about this amazing sauce you have here. How do you prepare it?
This is the cherry sauce.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
You could, the aroma is amazing.
It is.
Wow.
So I found that the sweetness of this cherry will complement the saltiness of the duck. It's quite divine. I use this product. It is Bon Maman,
Yeah.
and it's a cherry preserve.
Yep.
Then I use a package of dried cherries, about 4 ounces. a little handful, about a tablespoon of peppercorns, a couple of cinnamon sticks, and a bouquet garni. And I just let it cook down to about that
And the pork.
size.
Well, don't forget the pork.
Oh, did I say? Oh,
my
sorry.
favorite part here.
I know.
A full bottle of
An entire
pork.
bottle.
So that reduces for quite a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
A couple hours maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So that's why I started that before you arrived.
Great.
So I have Ruth and Rob to help with the plating
Sure.
process.
Absolutely. I'll do
So,
the beans. Okay.
I will put the duck
Okay.
and the sauce, and then the two of you
Okay.
will add your stations.
All right.
And also, typically, this is what I do to get my guests involved, because everybody loves to help.
Oh, they do.
So they will help with the plating and help with the running. I usually don't have any outside help to come in.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you have it.
Yeah. Wonderful. Look at that. Perfect. Okay.
Voila. And another one.
I think everybody likes to help in the kitchen, don't you?
Yes, I do too, and especially the concept here of this open plan. Everybody can see what's going on, and
Sure.
and they do want to jump in and get involved somehow.
Well, this would be a meal you wouldn't want to miss, right?
Absolutely not. And I'm glad we're not missing it.
I know. Amazing. Look at that. But I love the color of everything. Perfect. You mentioned this earlier, Taryn, and it really is kind of a rustic, even though it's a very classic dish and there's a lot of talent that goes into it and skill, but it's really a rustic dish, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. It's a country dish.
It's a country dish, yeah.
And they started this whole process, Rob, to preserve their meats for
Yeah,
many, many
yeah,
months,
yeah.
so that they could eat in the winter.
Batter up! Experience the science and math behind baseball at our newest exhibit, Big League Fun. Come test the speed of your fastball, steal second base, gear up in your catcher's equipment, then announce the big game. All at the Golisano Children's Museum of Naples. While you're here, explore the Everglades, engineer your own building, and go fishing at the beach. Visit the Children's Museum of Naples today, located in the North Collier Regional Park.
I'm here with Francis J. Cuomo. He's the owner of Jerome's Gourmet Market. And Francis, every time I come in here, it's just bustling with activity. I love it.
Thank God. That's why we're here. We're here to feed people.
How many people do you get on a daily basis?
Well, it depends. You know, certain times of the year, like now, we average around 3,000 people a day on a Saturday and Friday. Sundays we close a little early at 6, and we average around 1,500 to 1,800 people a day on a Saturday. So it's it just keeps growing.
And people
the
love-
restaurant yesterday, about 1,100 people.
Really?
In the restaurant
Wonderful,
alone. That's
wonderful.
not including that.
Well, you
So
know,
we're very
you've got
blessed.
that magic going for here.
Yeah.
You know, you really do. It's the sight, the sound, the aroma, everything that
Yes.
you're so well known for.
I give God the credit. He gave me the energy and the foresight.
So, folks, if you really want to have a gourmet experience, you want to come to Jerome's Gourmet Market in Bonita Springs and this little Italy right here in
Southwest Florida,
Southwest Florida.
our own creation.
I've been suffering from hearing loss as long as I can remember. It used to be I couldn't hear people in crowded rooms. Now I can't hear people in any situation anywhere. That's severe. Finally, I decided to do something about it, and I went to Beltone 5-Star Hearing.
I've been in this industry since 1972, and helping Rob was a wonderful thing. I wear the same hearing aids, and I'm excited about how much they help me. You get service, and there's 1,600 facilities in the country, and there's a Beltone nearest you. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call your local Beltone dealer for service. And that's what hearing aids are all about. They need service after you purchase them.
Just come see us. It's free just to have an evaluation.
These hearing aids that I just love them. I absolutely love them. At the Jerome's Gourmet Market and Restaurant, they do things differently. They do it the authentic way. For example, why is their incredible bread and pastries the best you've ever tasted? Well, it's because they're made artfully and lovingly every day, using only the freshest ingredients possible. The same care and thoughtfulness goes into their freshly brewed, custom blended coffee. The Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant at the Promenade in Bonita Springs is the closest place to Little Italy in Southwest Florida. Well, okay, now we're going to pair this with the wine, right? And
So I did pull one out.
Okay.
It's on the table there.
all right.
I have paired this dish with many different wines from the region. From as far south in Provence is the Bandol, from the Cahors area, which is the French Malbec. That's the wine of this territory, actually.
Now, as Ruth is opening this wonderful bottle of wine, we want to thank you for allowing us to come into your lovely home. And you did such a marvelous job in preparing this classic French dish. It's just amazing. And we can't wait to dive in. In the meantime, folks, we want to remind you to come over to our website, which is www.greatneighborhoodcooks.com, and you'll learn more about Taryn. And we'll have behind-the-scenes photographs, so we'll have recipe of your wonderful duck. And also, we'd like you to get into our social media and check us out. So you'll like it. It'll be a lot of fun. This looks so good. I cannot wait to try it. But let's toast. So to a marvelous meal. Thank you so
my
much.
friend.
Bon appetit.
Bon
Yes,
appetit.
Bon appetit. Beautiful wine.
Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Well, now the best part. I can't wait to do this.
It's going to be delicious with that cherry sauce.
Now we're going to dive right in here. Now the skin has got to be insane. Try that. Okay. Are you joining us?
I won.
Okay. All right, Ruth, you ready? On three. 1, 2, 3.
I hear the crunch.
You've got the crunch, and that marvelous cherry sauce is so rich and delicious. Congratulations.
That is extraordinary. I mean,
I think
extraordinary.
you need to start cooking classes.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, as a chef yourself, it's so gratifying. It's all about the love that you put into the cooking, and that your guests are happy and enjoying their experience.
I can't imagine anyone not being happy. I really can't.
It's
So
an emotional experience.
thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Pleasure. Okay, and it should be absolutely delicious.